All right, welcome back. You're still on VEE Vibes, the entertainment show on Signature TV. I have a guest and we'll be talking about gallery, creating identity. How do galleries shape cultural narrative? She's a gallery manager and an aspiring art curator. Her name is Nnoli Chijioke, and she'll be joining me via Zoom from Lagos. So over to you to Nnoli Chijioke. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Hi,
All right. Good afternoon. How are you doing?
I'm fine. Good afternoon. How are you yourself?
I'm fine. So talk to us here. You chose to be an aspiring art curator, right? Right?
Yes, yes.
All right. So
So
talk
I
to us.
am.
What's it like to be an art curator apart from giving names to some artworks and giving an explanation to people that come to art exhibitions to know what the artwork entails? What else do art curators do?
So as an aspiring curator that is still learning, and it's a mixture of creativity, administration, and also like relationship management, having relationship with, you have to have like a good relationship with artists you are working with, and also overseeing logistics and you know every other thing that has to do with a gallery.
CJ, can
Or
you hear me?
yes, I can you
Okay,
hear
can
me?
you move backward a little bit so we can get a clearer view of you?
Okay.
Thank you. All right, you can go ahead now.
So as I was saying, as an aspiring creator, which I am still learning. I am still getting to understand the concept about creating artworks, which has to do with research and understanding art history, cultural context, and you know telling stories. There's so many stories that have to be told, like behind. There's so many stories behind artworks, and which is our job to tell those stories, to be able to organize exhibitions, to be able to bring that exhibition to life, to be able to organize it. We are the ones that select the artworks. Curators are the ones that select the artworks. They also select, they are the ones that select the artists, the artworks, the teams, to be able to make people understand, to be able to help people understand like culture, identity, and spirituality and emotions too as well, and memories too as well.
All
So
right.
that's about it.
Okay, so in your own view, like you clearly explained what art curators can do and all, do you think that art curators can also be an artist?
Okay, so a curator isn't necessarily an artist,
Okay.
but definitely there are so many artists that you know they became curators. So there are different an artist and a curator, they have two different roles, but they can overlap. So
Okay.
an artist is somebody who focuses on creating. So they focus on creating, while a curator is someone who works with the artists, the artworks. They are the ones that bring the visions to life. They're the ones that, they're the ones that help. Like I said, they're the ones that help people, give people meaningful experience. They give the audiences meaningful experience. But there are also, you can overlap them. Do you understand me? So yes, that's it.
What do you mean by you can overlap them?
So how do I, being an artist and being a curator, yes, is
Yeah.
not, is, we won't say it's the same thing because they have different roles, but it also boils down to creativity as well. I don't know if you understand me. But it's also,
Okay.
is both roles are creating, they are creating a powerful vision. So an artist, okay, so an artist is the one that, they focus on, they are the ones, they use their mediums to express ideas, culture, identity, and spirituality. That's what an artist does with their mediums they express. While a curator, you know, like I said, they work with artists. They are the ones that now bring, like, they are the ones that, push that. They are the ones that actually, like, organize these expressions. They're the ones that organize it. They're the ones that tell the stories behind it, every single thing. They're the ones that select the artworks and
Yeah.
everything. Yes. So
Okay.
that's that's about it.
Okay, so you've been going on and on about artists, the difference between an artist, the art curator, and the likes. So let me ask you a personal question right now. What inspired you to be an art curator and a gallery manager and not an artist itself? Because it seems you have so much interest in artworks and the likes.
Okay, so my inspiration comes from a deep love for creativity, to be honest.
Okay.
And what inspired me was literally my sister because she's an artist,
Okay.
Nnoli. So most of the time, whenever I see my sister painting, I'm always trying to understand what always trying to understand what exactly is the story behind this. And when she tells me the story behind her works, I'm always like, there's this sense of fulfillment that now I understand a whole lot, like, about these works. So when I go to galleries, most of the time it's not just about seeing the painting. Like, I also, like, try to have a conversation with artists to be able to understand what the story is about. And once they tell you that story about the painting or any painting, like, it sits in with me.
You
And
resonate with it.
yes, I resonate with it.
Okay.
So the reason why I'm inspired is because I really like, there are so many mediums of art. Like, there are so many mediums people use: sculptures, oil, acrylic. Some people use watercolor. Some people use mixed medias. So there's just a lot to love. What's there not to love about art?
Okay.
And that's why I'm inspired. Yes.
Okay. So, are there any artists you feel uh, particularly they are underappreciated right now in arts industry? Because just like we always say that there is AMVCA, there is Headies Award and the likes, artists are not really appreciated the way musicians, actors, and the likes are appreciated. So, is there any artist, even the OGs, you feel like they are not particularly it they are supposed to be given?
Mm, so there are many artists here. There are many. I would use young emerging artists, young Nigerian emerging artists, upcoming artists that I feel aren't getting so much visibility, which we need galleries to do, like, to be able to give them that visibility. I feel like most young Nigerian artists should. And I think most of these artists, which their works are focused on gender, spirituality, identity, or memories, I feel like they are not giving so much attention. And galleries, I think galleries should put more effort to, I think these artists should be celebrated more. They should be given more visibility and they should be celebrated more, because a lot of artists out there, young artists, they have powerful works and their storytellings are really good.
How do you think they can be able to dominate cultural narrative? Because most times we tend to see artworks that describes our culture, but most of them do not have a narrative to it. You just make an art piece and it's there. I can see that possibly this is an African culture, but it's not really dominating it. So in
Okay,
what way
so
do you think that galleries can attempt to challenge it, and dominate it?
I think galleries, I think it's important for, in order for galleries to, to like galleries attempt when, okay, sorry, so this is how I'm going to put it. So I think it's important that galleries, show underrepresented artists, both
Okay.
young and older, both men and women, both men and women, and then I think galleries should be able to highlight or show a diverse range of artworks, not just, but it's like from the old and the young, from the men to the women, and then from different tribes in Nigeria, to be able to have a wide perspective. Do you understand? To be able to have
Yeah.
a wide perspective, like a new perspective, and to be able to know like different stories behind, like we need to we just need that so that we can be able to we need new perspective, basically. So I think that's how galleries could attempt to, like, challenge dominant cultural narratives
All
and
right.
all.
So
Yeah.
how do you view art in the next 5 to 10 years? Do you think that they will be given that space in the globe, in the nation, and they will be given that opportunity to come out in big events like this and express themselves, possibly competitions and the likes?
Okay, so first of all, you said something about big events, competitions. Um, I mean, there are art fairs. There are art fairs like the one that just passed, plus 234. Like, you just have to apply for your works to be submitted on there. There are a wide range of works of old, young, exactly, old, young artists. Um, there are fairs like Artex, plus 234, and the rest. So how do I see the art world changing over the next 5 to 10 years? So I see the art world becoming, like, inclusive, diverse, and digital. And I think like institutions are starting to make room for, like, they're starting to make room for like new voices. That's like, I would use plus 234 as an example. There are so many new artists that that applied for plus 234 to showcase their artworks, and I really saw amazing piece and everything. And there's like a growing emphasis on representing like a wider range of artworks, of cultures. I don't know if you understand me, but I also think that, how am I going to put it? I also think that art will become more accessible. Like from the next 5 to 10 years, like I think art might become really more accessible, and audiences will be able to understand. They'll be able to. It's not just about just seeing the artwork. They'll also be able to understand like the story behind these artworks. And I really hope that how I see the art world from 5 to 10 years is how it actually happens.
All right. Okay, and in as much as I'm an art lover, let me know, like I may not be an art curator, but I love art and I like to give my own narrative about it. But I thank you so much for your insights and how you shared it, and we pray that in the next 5, 10 years, artists and the artwork will come out the way we want it to be exposed. So thank you very much and have a lovely day.
And you too. Thank you so much for having me on. Thank you. Have a
All
good
right.
day.
Thanks. Bye. So yeah, you've heard from Nnoli Chijioke. She, who is an art curator, has shared some insights on what she thinks artists should do and how art curators are. I actually forgot to ask her one particular question. Do they make money? That was a personal question, but I forgot to do that. So I wanted to know if art curators make money from being an art curator and the likes. But that's by the way. I'm sure you enjoyed this particular episode. I would have reviewed the video to you, but maybe I'll do that tomorrow. So keep your fingers crossed and be expectant of that tomorrow. This is where we draw the curtain. Follow us on all our social media platforms. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and join us same time tomorrow, same station. I remain your baby girl, Queen Mokonta. Enjoy the rest of the day. Bye.
Signature TV, news in your pocket.